Welcome, guys, to Lad and Dad. Sorry, I'm just enjoying having here. Welcome to Lad and Dad. We're doing our Halloween top 5 films. Number 5 was The Shining. The Shining. Number 4, The Exorcist. And last video was The Omen, which wasn't one of my films, so it was good. But number 2, now this number 2, there was a lot of debate between me and you for number 2 and number 1. So we agreed in the end that number 2 is Halloween.
Halloween night. A small American town. 15 years ago. Michael? Halloween.
That's it, innit? I've not done well with these theme tunes. No, that's Jaws.
That's Jaws.
Anyway, moving on. No, right. It's going to come over the top. October 1978, the 4th film
In the
from
70s.
from the 70s, early 80s.
Yeah.
I'll talk more in the number 1 video about that. John Carpenter, classic. You know that if it's a horror movie with John Carpenter, you're going to enjoy it.
Yep.
Donald Pleasance.
Yep.
And of course, Jamie Lee Curtis, who's still doing Halloween movies now. So 1978, we're 2022.
Yeah.
They've just released Halloween. Ends. Does anyone believe it? No. We'll talk about that in a minute then. So Halloween movie for me could have been number 1
Yep.
because uncomfortableness.
Yep.
Now, what I look at it, the last 3 you've done, we were talking about possession, right? You have to. It's another one. You got to believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
It is hard to believe in possession, okay? Because you're saying that a soul has taken over another soul.
Yeah.
Halloween's a stalking movie,
Yep.
really.
Yeah.
And forget about the other movies. It's a stalker,
Yeah.
which happens now.
Yep.
So that straight away is horrible. You know, Jamie Lee Curtis is being followed.
Yep.
It's Halloween night.
Yep.
It's dark.
Yep.
What are your first impressions of Halloween?
Oh right. I mean, it was horrendous to watch. I mean,
Yeah.
literally from behind the settee
Uncomfortable.
time. Yeah. I watched it.
Uncomfortable.
I don't know how old I was. It was quite. You know.
1978, it was released.
I watched it on my own in the house, and I watched it on my own in the house. Mum had gone somewhere just to stay, and I had to sleep with the light on. And I was in my 30s or 40s. I couldn't. I turned the light out. There was creaking. There was noises. I slept all night with the light
Is that
on.
the first time you've
And
seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you never saw it in
I didn't see.
1978?
No, I don't think so.
Why didn't you want to see it in 1978?
I can't remember.
You've seen The Omen and The
I might have gone
Exorcist.
to the cinema. I can't really remember, but I revisited later, way later, and my God, I just couldn't stand it. I had to have the light. I slept with the light on.
That's bad.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever done that with any film.
Why then?
I don't know. It was just something about it.
How about the realism?
Every time they opened a cupboard, he was inside. Every time,
Not the bread cupboard, he wouldn't have fit it in it.
you'd see him out the corner of your eye in a mirror.
So, John
It's everything that
Carpenter's
upsets you
filming
was there.
on another level.
Yeah. He looked at everything that scares you and he put it in that film.
Do you think with films that get you, right, you're scared for the person, so you're feeling the fear for Jamie Lee Curtis, but you also putting yourself in her shoes as
Oh,
well,
without
innit?
doubt. Yeah, you're living it.
So when she's in the cupboard,
Yeah.
you're thinking, how would I
Yeah. Yeah,
react?
without doubt. I think you put yourself in her place. It's where the guy's really clever. John Carpenter's really
Yeah.
clever because he takes every fear that you've got and puts it in the film. And I think he knows, because it's probably your fear, that you'll put yourself in that position, and that's where it's genius, really. I mean,
That's where Halloween was a type for not for number one, because a lot of horror, you can get scared by it and then think, hold on a minute, this ain't real.
yeah,
If you don't believe in a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
it ain't real.
Yeah.
Witches, things like that.
yeah. I think that's why the possession ones, although I find them scary,
It's
you can your brain starts thinking, well, I don't really believe in that
Yeah.
stuff anyway. But with somebody being in the cupboard,
it's
quite
a stalker.
Yeah, it's a stalker basically, which can happen. It does happen.
Even a
So-
stalker without a knife
Yeah.
can be scary, because there's
Oh
someone
my
in
God.
your house. There's someone watching you.
It's little things like, it's such clever little touches. There's a bit in the film, I've years since I've seen it again, but I can remember it now. And I think, I don't know, if she's brushing her hair or something, and in the mirror, in a doorway, very subtle, you see a shadow moving, and it's like, you've been there, haven't you? You see,
And where they turn around,
Yeah.
no one's there.
yeah,
And you
exactly.
know someone's there.
Yeah. It's all the fears of you being on your own in a house,
Yeah.
materialise.
Or even walking along, though. Because it's
Oh, yeah.
Halloween, it's
Yeah,
trick-or-treat
yeah,
night.
yeah.
So everyone's out
And of
looking
course,
weird.
the beauty of the film being Halloween is that obviously loads of people are dressed up,
Yeah.
scary. But it just plays on every fear you got, pretty much.
The great scene for me.
Mm.
I won't go in, I can't remember it, because again, I haven't seen it for a couple
Mm.
of years. I don't know if he's pushed or he's shot out of the window.
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
What's the boogeyman? As a matter of fact, it was.
Sick.
He flies out the window.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
He flies out the window. She
Yeah.
looks out,
yeah,
and he's led on the
Yeah.
He's led on the garden
Yeah.
grass. So she's like, "Yeah, boy.
yeah.
Yeah, man."
Yeah.
She goes back, looks out, gone.
Yeah. That's classic. I mean,
Head blown.
that's been used in hundreds of films, but I think this is the best
It
example
made
of
it.
it.
It
Yeah,
made it, and
yeah.
you're like that.
Yeah,
How has he survived? I'm sure she shot him. I don't know why.
something like that. But ever since then,
Oh.
I've always screamed at every film I've ever watched when they don't finish somebody off properly. You don't just shoot them in the chest; you shoot them in the head as well.
Do you know what some horrors like watching football? Because like your attacker goes forward and you're going shoot, and he passes, and you're like, women in horror movies
Yeah.
always go and investigate the noise.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Why are you going upstairs?
yeah.
Why are you doing it?
I get angry with them.
Yeah. But there's a noise in the attic.
Yeah.
Your husband's in work. Wait. No, I'll go up. Oh, there's a clown. That Halloween is freaky for me because it's real. It can happen.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, don't want to scare you. It can happen.
But it plays on every fear as well.
the
I think
fear, the house,
every fear you got.
the dark.
It's very, very well made. It's a clever film.
It's beyond classic. It was so difficult not making this number one. For
I could not sit in a dark room watching.
Right, so I could, but I live for that. I absolutely adore.
If I did do it, I probably would go to bed and have the light on again.
I watched a horror movie last night. I'm not going to tell you what it was because it was crap. But all the lights were off. Go in a toilet in the pitch dark. We had a Halloween night once, and we had Freddy Krueger and Michael Myers. that you stick on the doorway. So when you went to the toilet, he was on the door. Absolutely brilliant. That's another story though. So number 2, Halloween. You relatively happy this number 2?
I probably, if it would just
I
been
think
my
joint number one.
choice, I would have had it number
It
one.
was his choice, but because he had 3 possessions, I had to have a bit of luck, didn't I?
Yeah.
Again, didn't win any massive awards.
I think those sort of films are appreciated in the fullness of time.
I am going to actually look at it later on to see what won
I think
awards.
if you actually look at it with a cold eye, it's not brilliantly filmed. It's not brilliant. You know, it's basically...
I bet you the film that won an Oscar, though, for
Yeah,
that year
yeah.
was crap.
I think the films that win prizes have been beautifully filmed and cleverly filmed and stuff like that. I don't think Halloween is. It just plays on every fear in the world.
So it's a brilliant film.
The film's brilliant, but probably not to win an award because of that, I would
Poor.
imagine.
Poor. They should have the Basic Man's
Yeah.
Award, or Basic Person. Let's not go there.
But
Number-
for scariness.
Scariness, brilliant. What a great film.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the Halloween films, then I don't even know what number on that they're on now.
Again,
they must be
I
on
lose interest
9
after the
or
first,
10.
first one.
I've watched every single one afterwards because I'm a fan.
I have seen a few of them, I think, but they've always been a letdown after the first one.
He's
It was Jamie Lee Curtis's
every
film
single
as well,
one.
wasn't it her first film? Her main
don't
film,
know,
her
right?
breakout film? I think it was.
Poor research.
I think I got a feeling it was her first major film.
She's probably made so much money though,
Yeah.
even on the crap ones, because Halloween fans are quite hardcore.
She was quite good in it.
They'll
She was
watch
quite believable though, because when she sort of stands up to him, it was believable with her. It wouldn't necessarily have been believable with a lot of people, but I think with her,
Yeah.
she probably you feel that she's got that in her.
What's crazy though, like with the later ones, she's literally turned into Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
From Terminator.
Yeah.
She
yeah.
can load a gun, and this is where they got unbelievable.
Oh, and
So
Donald Pleasance is brilliant in
Is
it.
he the psychiatric or is he the
Yeah,
cop?
he's the psychologist.
That's it. Yeah.
He's brilliant in it
Yeah.
because that is perfect part for him.
He believes her.
Yeah,
No, because of course he believes her because he knows
because
that Michael Myers.
he was locked up, wasn't he, for
Yeah.
killing his sister?
I can't remember.
I think Michael Myers slaughtered his sister. That rings. I don't know.
I haven't done any research, guys. It's such a waste of time.
I think that's why he's locked up in the psych thing, because he kills his young sister, and I think that's right. I think that's that film.
I never understand how they escape.
No, there's quite a clever escape scene in that as well. I seem to remember the escape from the
Should be though.
the lunatic
It
asylum.
shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I've worked in that environment. It shouldn't be easy.
Yeah, I think-
Anyway,
I got a feeling this vision of them all the lunatics running out of there, like, you know, I can't say lunatics really now. The ADHD, PDT sufferers. You don't get asylums now, do you? Do you get lunatics?
no, they send them all to prisons. Let's not go there because that's another day. I'll start moaning about that now. Number 2 then, Halloween. Tight, tough one.
Not for me.
No, but tough was number 2 more than anything.
Definite number 1 or 2.
Or 2, maybe even a joint one. We should have done.
Yeah, maybe a joint
these
one.
2, and we can
Yeah.
talk about that in a minute, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Number 1 to come. Cheers, guys.